Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. At the time of this recording, it is January 6th, and if these motherfuckers keep talking about an insurrection, they're going to see what one looks like.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's the Epstein list that was newly released. Communists and corrupt federal government were trying to keep it under wraps, and apparently Clinton was on the list. So not only did that motherfucker cause the assault weapons ban back in the 90s and do a bunch of other heinous shit, Hillary was responsible for Benghazi. Now we have this new can of worms to contend with. I mean, does this implicate Bill Clinton? Is he a ped too, along with Joe, along with Epstein and everybody else? It certainly implicates him as such.
I mean, we were in the era of McCarthyism, dude. You know, we had McCarthy as the Speaker of the House, and then they fucking get him out of the House because he was becoming too McCarthyism.
Well, now we need another McCarthy.
Oh my God, we had our chance, but we lost it. So
unbelievable.
I just want to shout out to Richmond, north of Richmond. My Oliver Anthony. That was my 2023 year in review. I think the man made he's got the new song of the South, Sweet Potato Pie and Shut My Mouth. That man's going to be the new anthem of the fucking goddamn upcoming revolution.
Yeah.
They thought they had an insurrection on January the 6th. Oh, shit.
No, they don't.
Nothing yet.
They haven't seen what a real insurrection is actually going to look like.
Oh, man. What else happened in this? I mean, we had the Titanic debacle.
Titanic submarine, which we started the fucking podcast with, which was hilarious. It's like,
Jesus Christ.
How can you be that fucking loaded and that fucking stupid? It's like the amount of money you're worth is equal to your fucking IQ deficit, which is so far in the red.
I think Dave Chappelle put it properly. It's like, welcome to our watery grave. It's so fucking funny.
It's terrible, but it's funny.
So fucking funny. That was his impression of the fucking Titanic.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
And can't ignore all the illegals coming across the border, and Nikki Haley talking openly about how, like, hey, they're going to take your jobs. It's like, these fucking cretins and disgusting communists are arrogant and out in the open now. It's like, even your typical American, which is basically just a standard law-abiding citizen, minds their own business and goes about making an honest living, has caught wind to all the bullshit in Washington and elsewhere that has actually been going on. It's like, these motherfuckers, these communists that have infiltrated and are basically oppressing everyone right now, are so forward and out in the open, it is impossible to not recognize them for what they are, which is an anti-American, anti-freedom entity that is bent on enslaving everyone, stripping them of their property, and forcing them to be poor and sick against their will, which is exactly what happened with all those COVID vaccines, which turned out to be a eugenics program, by the way, for those of you that didn't know, and it has caused, I think it was something like 15 million American deaths, something like 500 million global. This stuff is poison, people. Don't take the fucking vaccine. It's part of a eugenics program sponsored by the World Economic Forum, who is trying to extinct the entire human race. And to make things even worse, we have the UN to worry about that is planning to fucking invade us with the illegals. It's like, if you thought things were bad before, they're getting even worse now. And newsflash, it isn't a conspiracy theory if it's happened or is happening. So don't let them brainwash you and pull the wool over your eyes by saying, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, I'm gonna gaslight you, oh, the American people are stupid and blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck all that bullshit. Don't listen to the mainstream media and think for yourself, damn it. Have some fucking critical thinking and look at what's actually going on. Look at the monuments within our border have been destroyed, how our culture has been violated, how our economic standing has been violated, how fucking Bill Gates is responsible for releasing billions of fucking evil mosquitoes carrying mRNA vaccines throughout the air. I mean, things are so far out of control, and that's not even getting into how we don't even own 60% of the farmland in our own borders, and how Joe Biden sold out all of our Alaskan oil reserves. All this bullshit that I'm talking about has been going on for like past 3 or 4 years, some of it more recent than others. I mean, things are so far out of control right now, people likely don't even have any idea that the federal government has also sold all of our precious metals to China. I mean, everybody, I'm sorry to say it, but we have been sold out. And the only way we can actually fix the problem is to take it back. We need to take it all back. And if that requires a real insurrection combo of a civil war and a second American Revolution all in one, then so be it. That motherfucker's gonna be a bloody war too, because it's just like Thomas Jefferson said, from time to time, the tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants. But in this case, mostly tyrants. Always mostly tyrants. All of the tyrants. Every single last fucking tyrant in their bloodline need to be lambasted, exterminated, tarred and feathered, executed all at once, and it happens so rapidly in section, people are panicking, and it's like, they don't know what to do. It's like, and I feel bad for those motherfuckers that are glued to their fucking cell phone walking across the street, because they're just going to be collateral damage. Okay? You either pay attention and survive, or you're fucking done. If you have to cannibalize a couple politicians along the way, so be it. Just make sure you have a blood tester so you don't contract AIDS or an STD before you do so. You know, be intelligent about survival. God forbid, if you have to go to that extreme, at least do it properly, for goodness sake.
Yeah, we're all Americans here. Yeah, but what kind of Americans?
What kind of Americans? Yeah. It's like, are you pro-Constitution and Founding Fathers, or are you a communist? That's the question you need to answer.
Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus Christ. Seriously, we need to bring back McCarthyism.
We need to bring back McCarthyism. No, actually, you know what? We need to go farther.
Shame these bitches for not being a fucking patriotic American.
Exactly. We need to go farther. Like bringing back McCarthyism is a starting point. We need to go farther than that. We need to go way farther than that, so history does not repeat itself. We need to fucking terrify these communists into thinking, oh God, oh God.
It needs to be, dude. We need to march into the streets naked like they did in fucking Game of Thrones and just start fucking banging a gong and going, shame, shame, shame.
Oh my God.
You ever see Game of Thrones, man? That is the best fucking scene. You can see Cersei being marched to the fucking streets naked and just throwing shit on her. I mean, literally throwing shit on her.
Oh God!
And they're yelling, "Shame, shame!"
Oh my God!
That's... Like fucking bring it back. Make tar and feathers great again. There you go. Yeah, there's a purpose to re-education. Yeah, but see, politicians, if you limited terms, you know, that forces them to get their shit and get the fuck out.
But you're still not getting rid of the main part of the problem, which is these evil people existing. We need to have better checks and balances to prevent this.
Shame them. Publicly shame them. Put your money where your fucking mouth is and start buying billboards and talk about how bad the fucking politician is in your area and be legit. Tell the truth. You don't have to make up shit. These people are already fucking up, you know, and just post it. Just like Brandon Herrera, man. He's running for Congress against the guy in his district for fucking going against common sense gun laws and trying to vote against assault rifles and assault rifle ban. And he's a fucking Republican, and he's not fucking supposed to be voting his conscience. He's supposed to be voting what the public wants. So he's running for Congress to vote this motherfucker, to get this motherfucker out of office. It's amazing to see people starting to stand the fuck up and not putting up with the bullshit. You need to make what these people do a matter of light to the public. We vote these motherfuckers in because they're supposed to be our voice. They're not supposed to have their opinion attached to our voice. You understand that?
Yeah. What about the instances of that trans school shooter and then all of like the drag queen and other malicious gay people calling?
Are you talking about the one with the manifesto they won't release?
That one, and I also like read upon rumblings of where like there's actually more malicious parts of the gay community that actually want to kill all straight people, especially if they're white. So,
well, the only thing I know about that whole situation is that the Mozambique technique works.
What is that?
Two to the chest, one to the head. That's all I know. Damn. Mozambique works. That's what they did to that fucker. Evil's going to prevail if good men sit around and do nothing.
Well,
That's
people
William
aren't doing
Boswell.
nothing now. They're
Period.
standing up against all the bullshit.
But it's eventually, dude, it's coming to a head. People are having enough of the bullshit. Texas and California, if like in the movie bullshit, whatever it is, if they do join, dude, they would have the GDP of like the top 8 nations of the world. They would be the number 8 country in the world, the GDP for gross income. Texas alone is in the top 10. We're like Texas, and then they have a little bit of agriculture going on. So like Texas, we got agriculture, we've got technology, we've got infrastructure to be built, we got power, we got oil, we have refinements. We're starting to get into computer industry, technology, information center. We have the space industry. That's why SpaceX is fucking here. That's why everybody comes here to Texas, because we welcome businesses, we cut them deals, because it brings jobs, and then we as a state make it a priority to not go into debt. That's the problem with California, is that they overspend and are going into debt trying to take care of all these sanctuary cities and illegals that are coming in on their state. And in Texas, we're building a fucking wall. And we're not because we're racist or separatist or segregist. We are about the law. We're about
the law and sovereignty. Yes.
We love immigrants. If you come here legally.
When
you come here illegally, it's like, okay, that's when we start putting you on a catapult, shooting you back over across the fucking pit of crocodiles. That's why fucking Greg Grabbit is fucking like shipping them to fucking New York and all these other sanctuaries.
Yeah, it's like, I read the other day, he actually bypassed them through New Jersey because they set up a blockade in New York to try and keep them out of a sanctuary city. It's like, you people are getting exactly what you fucking want. Eat it.
Exactly.
And I think I mentioned Michigan. The biggest problem with Michigan is that I've heard it called, I think it's called Dearborn, Michigan. I've heard it called Dear Islamabad.
And as for my American friend, the CIA thinks it can infiltrate the mountain of Dr. Crud. You can't scare me, you slant-eyed yellow bastard. Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
You don't have to worry about Michigan one bit, because there's a thing that you forget about. Hero, Michigan, everybody relies on mom. And for all those mom people out there, you know what I mean.
Militia,
I love
Michigan.
I love you guys. I love you guys in your red bootlaces. So fucking keep up the great work.
A lot of people are getting sick of the bullshit across the country. Like, it is coming to a head. And if these communist motherfuckers are stupid enough to steal the 2024 election after they stole the 2020 election, man, they're gonna see what a real insurrection looks like. The only thing is that it's gonna be a gamble whether they make it to the bunkers or not. And even if they do, there's probably crazy motherfuckers that have like a battle tank or some C4 bazookas prepared that are gonna blow that fucking front door open. Fuck your damn blast door. There are people who know how to fucking destroy a blast door, all you motherfuckers. So even if you make it to your bunkers, you corrupt, filthy politicians, the reality is we will smoke you out, burn you out, and blast you out. There is no escape. Okay, you've dealt your hand, you've showed it, and now it's time to face the permanent consequences. There is no escape. And even if you have like the flight of a passing fancy temporarily and you manage to escape for just a little bit, you're a dead man anyway. Or in Nancy Pelosi's case, it's like that'd be a dead woman. It's like, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant because you're all politicians, you're all corrupt, you're all in on it. It is common knowledge to your common citizen that just obeys the law and minds their own business that you do not fucking care about them. Okay, you politicians have your own agenda, which is anti-American. You motherfuckers are communists. You don't give a fuck about the border or inflation or anything. And now it is time to reap what you sow. So I fucking dare you. I triple dog dare you, motherfucker. I triple dog dare you. Steal that fucking 2024 election and see what happens. People are tired of your bullshit. They're tired of being oppressed. And newsflash, that fucked up deal you did with ammunition a while ago, people were already prepared. Okay? The feds are so fucking stupid. They think people are stupid, but the reality is the feds are dumber.
For the cult group, They bought another one, dude. So they're like buying them all.
The feds are dumber than they think you are. So remember that, because the reality was people had bought so much ammunition ahead of time because they saw the writing on the wall and what was going to happen, that even though the Fed has done everything they can to keep ammunition out of people's hands, new smaller businesses have popped up and are selling it to Americans anyway. And that's beside the point. You see, the point is people bought ammunition ahead of time when they saw the writing on the wall. And now that the writing's on the wall, other small businesses that sell ammunition have popped up to basically combat the federal effort to hamper the ammunition. So basically what we are seeing right now, and what we have been seeing for a long time, is that people are ready to go. People are ready to fight for their fucking freedom. Everyone is just being patient and biding their time for that exact moment because they are self-aware of the situation in themselves, yet at the same time they know I cannot act on my own or it will play into their narrative and I will be labeled as crazy. People understand this. You cannot act on your own. That's why everyone is waiting for that critical moment to where it's basically game on, get your fucking rifles, we're gonna burn down City Hall, kill the politicians, and evict them from existence for setting such a disgusting communist foothold on this fucking country. That's the reality that is coming into play. And if they do steal it, I'm just going to say right now, I told you so ahead of time, because by the time this has fucking posted, probably going to happen months later,